In this video, I'm going to talk about an important Japanese terminology or a concept which is derived called a Shu Ha Ri. So, Shu Ha Ri is a martial art concept which is coming from a ancient martial art in Japan, Japanese martial art called as Aikido. So, Shuhari is basically a martial art concept which describes the stages of learning to mastery. Now, this concept can be used in your agile implementation as well. Okay, so what does it says? It's basically a progression in stages of learning until mastery is achieved. So, take for example, if you're learning something, then there is a specific stage through which you progress, and then based on that progression, you master that skill. Okay, so how do you have that word breakdown? So shu in Japanese terminology, it means protect, obey. Okay, ha is you detach it from that, you digress from it. Re is you leave, you separate, you transcend. So what does this mean is when we learn something, when we learn something, we go through the stages of shu, ha, and ri. Shu means we repeat forms and disciplines ourselves, concentrates on one form. Okay. Ha is we make innovations, branch out. Re is we depart from the forms and be more creative within the bounds of law. Learn from our own practice. Now, I'll give an example. Like if you're learning something, so if you're learning to, say, learning some, say, programming language, say Python, okay, now, in the initial stage, you will not have any understanding about that programming language. So, you will be in the shoe stage. So, you always start with the shoe stage. You can't go directly in re stage. Okay, so you'll always be in shoe stage. So, if you are learning, say, Python, then within Python, you will like first start understanding the data type, syntax, what the purpose of that language is. Okay, so you will respect all the basic rules and the law which the content is all about, so you will not make any amendments. Okay, once you start learning about the basic concept, like then you progress into a ha stage. In ha, you start making innovation, you branch out, you try exploring things, you try to innovate further. Okay, so you will learn more about, say, Python, and then you will start using Python in, say, VS Code or Visual Studio. Okay, and over a period of time you move into that re stage, and then you start departing from the general form, and then you will be trying to be more creative and innovative, and you learn from your own practice. You will start using that read technique in say making, say, in the example of a Python learning case, you will start using Python with, say, different programming languages, or maybe you will start using Python for some different scenarios, or you'll start integrating it with some different tool. So that's how you start doing those shuhari method by learning and cementing your position. Now, similar case, we can use that for agile embracements as well. So, in agile implementation, many times an organization goes through this method, Shu Ha Ri. And this is a good concept because you need to first understand the basics, understand what the master teaches you, then try innovate in the ha stage, and then once you are fully understood the concept behind it, then you start branching out, and then you start transcending, and then be start being more creative in learning from your own practice. So that's it, folks. This is all about shuhari.